Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Hicks Flicks Solo Show. For those of you who do not know who I am up to this point, I am, of course, your host, Sean Hicks, and I'm currently one-third of the cast of the Multiverse Dungeon podcast, which you can find on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. I run that on a weekly basis with two of my closest friends, Sean Barry and Mike Charlotte, where we discuss anything in the entertainment world, whether it be music, movies, games, sports, music, anime, you name it. We have our weekly topic. We digest our thoughts on what has happened, what will happen, what is coming up. We spew it back for you guys for enjoyment purposes, for you guys to ponder, for you to give us feedback, what you think of what we're saying. This week on the solo show, I will be talking to you guys about a video game which came out for not only the Xbox but the PlayStation as well, Mass Effect Andromeda. This is one of two games I had fully pre-ordered for the year. The previous game, of course, being Halo Wars 2, which I reviewed for you guys. This game I would place above that. I think this one is better. This video will have spoilers, so I will say a couple of things off the bat. So if you don't want to learn much about the game, you can only watch like the first portion of it. If you've not played the original trilogy, you do not need that information to know what's going on in this game. This game is completely centered entity and is supposed to be happening like the same timeline as Mass Effect, the original trilogy. I give this game about an 8 out of 10 stars because it does have some bugs in it. In terms of what it has to offer that is new, the gameplay is very similar, although you have a brand new part of the galaxy to explore, and we get 2 new alien races in this game. I will not go more into detail. I will give the people who don't want spoilers to log off at this point. Okay. The first trilogy was probably one of the best game series I have played for the previous generation, Xbox 360 and PS3. And Mass Effect Andromeda is probably one of the best games I have played for the current generation of consoles, Xbox One and PS4. There's just so much to do in the game. I've had the game for about a week now, and I've only probably gone through about half of what there is to do in the game. Like I said, prior spoiler cutoff, this game has 2 new species of alien. The Ket, which are these hardened races. They got like their bones on the outside. They've evolved with natural armor, and they are ruthless. Their goal is to assimilate other races and genetically change them to turn into Ket. And then, of course, you have the Angara. The Angara are... I'm not exactly sure how to place their look, but they are a brand new race to the game, which are at, like, the Ket's mercy. They have a resistance form. They don't have a formal army because of how they put it, internal strife between the species, but they have a resistance force, which is trying to fight off the Ket. And they have been living with the Ket for pretty much as long as they have been alive. They have been fighting the Ket, the current generation of Angara. Now there's also, it's hard to travel in the Andromeda section. There is some natural phenomenon which is referred to as the Scourge, which is almost like black ice for the galaxy. It's this weird, you can't travel through it. Otherwise, your ship gets ripped apart. It's very hard to like explain in physical details, but you are essentially, what may be causing it is alien. I mean, like I said, guys, I really don't want to give too much away. You play as a character named Ryder. You either play as male or female. Whichever you choose, male or female, you will be playing opposite your brother or sister. Not sure. So far, the brother-sister character doesn't really have much of a role in this game, but who knows what's going to come in the future 2 installments of this trilogy series. As you know, or as you may not know, if you may or not have played the first 3 Mass Effect games, your choices in this game, and there are a lot of like hard decisions you need to make, will impact future games along this storyline. They will import your decisions, much like the Telltale games do, from episode to episode. They will take the decisions from this game, and when the number 2 game comes out, they will be imported directly into that game. Yeah, like I said, Mass Effect was one of my favorite last generation game series, and this game is so far shaping up to be one of the better games I've played this year. There's so much to do, so many planets to explore. You are one of 4 races which are coming to this brand new galaxy. You have the humans, the Turians, the Solarians, and the Asari, along with the Krugan, who do not have a formal ship like an Ark, but they are just there. They happen to be building the space station that you are living off of, but there was some sort of exilement or disagreement between the people who were already there. So you show up out of cryosleep, and the space station is deserted, or so it seems. You show up and all the power is off. And you find out that before you got there, that there was this big civil war with the space station crew, and half of them are gone now. And that you are one of 4 spaceship teams, and you are the first ones to arrive. There have been no contact with the other 3 spaceships. You do not know what is happening with them. And throughout the whole game, you have this whole mystery, this whole wonder about where these things are supposed to pop up that they've told you in the beginning of the game. Where the other 3 ships are. Are they intact? Are the crew still alive? And what about these exiles? When are they going to pop up? You're spending the whole game wondering what's going to happen as you explore planet by planet, searching for homes for all these new races who are pioneers, pilgrims coming to this brand new galaxy. I love it. I can't say this is probably one of the best games I have played this generation. I gave it an 8. I give it an 8 out of 10 stars. Like I said, guys, that's it. I really can't stretch this too far today. We'll see what the future generation holds. What Mass Effect Andromeda 2 will have. But yeah, I mean, I'm loving the game. So stay tuned, guys, for Multiverse Dungeon Podcast. We're coming up on episode number 10, where we will be talking to you guys about WrestleMania. Check out Sean Barry Bomber's playthroughs of Pokemon Yellow and MJC TV, run by Mark Charlotte's countdown videos. Check it out. A lot of content, so little time. Check out the Multiverse Dungeon Podcast. Tell us what you think. Have a good night, guys. Thank you for watching.